Guys, welcome to my behind the text effect pack. I don't know how I should call it, but basically you have like these 5 things, and first of all we have shine, bubble, mosaic, streaks and complex displays. So let's start up with the shine, and I'm gonna show you everything what you can do in the settings. So this is the base shine, how it basically should look. If you put the contrast down like to -1, it's contrast and color, so not only the contrast changes but also the gray parts are now gray too. So if you don't want that everything is in the color like it would be if we put this to 1, then everything would be green or whatever color is it here. Then you can change the contrast basically, and we also have the color, of course. You can change this to red. Red, yeah. So you can see now. We also have the source opacity, which basically controls the string, the overall string of everything here. So this works also. If I put this to 0, now you won't see anything. We also have the broke bubble opacity, because I tried to make like a bubble effect around those, but it's not working that accurate. So I don't recommend you using it because it looks like this. And we have the ray smooth. I actually don't know what this is anymore. I think it's the blur, probably. Yes. And then you only have like these streaks. But if you put the ray smoothen to like 1, then it should look that smooth. If you want the normal blender streaks, you can put the ray smoothen to 0 as well as the curse strength, and then you have like the normal blender streaks. Yeah. But I don't want that. So the saturation, basically, if it's on 1, then it's like more than normal. If I put it to 0, then it's the normal saturation. Let's wait a second till it's rendered. Yeah, you can see that. Now it's if I put this to -1, then it's not completely black and white. I don't know why, but yeah, it's pretty much black and white. Yeah, you can see that still some red parts. So we have now the magic displays. Basically, if I put this to 22, you'll see what happens. So let's wait a second. You can see it gets like kind of a wave, and here you want a magic ray displays. If you do some things at the depth and the turbulence, you can set some things here, but you need to render the image again then. So and we have the ghost strength. Basically, this gives in some places another, I don't know how to call it, yeah, ghost. Basically like a glare. I set a different color for this because you can change it too. So I just want to show it to you guys what it does. So like things behind the streaks too. Makes the streaks a bit stronger, I think, and you always want to have it in a dark color, so it's not that visible. You can see, not that visible, but I think it looks pretty good. And that's it for the shine. Let's go ahead into the bubble. So connect this again and drag in the bubble effect. Now this basically has like, or gives it like a bubble, so you can change the color again to anything you want. Yeah. And we have the lullaby opacity. And what it basically does, makes like here some rings around. I don't know how to explain it, but just see it. I recommend jack 0.5, and you still have the effect a bit, but not that strong. And we have the bubble size, which is controllable too, so if you don't want the bubble to be so big, you can put in the bubble size, but there's still some space between the actual object. So yeah. We have the bubble opacity. And you can see that now it's transparent a bit. You can set this on 0 and then you just don't see the bubble anymore. And I can put this bubble size to 2 also. But you can't really drag it to 2, you can only put the value to 2. And yeah. And we also have the $place opacity, I already explained that. We have the diffusion opacity, which basically is a bit like the ghost, but you are not able to set any color. And I can put this to 0 now, and you probably won't see some orange stuff going on here anymore. Yeah. So yeah, I think it looks better with diffusion. So let's go into the next effect, which is probably the worst of all in this pack here, and it's the mosaic, because it's kind of not working. So I already had it working, but couldn't control the pixel size and pixel amount. So yeah, it's basically this, and here you can control now the sharp, which basically looks like this, and the curve. The strength works also, and you can see that, and pixel amount, can drag that down too, but if you drag that down to you sometimes need to put this size up, so the pixel scale, yeah, that's why it's not that good, because it's sometimes just not working. And yeah, so but this is the mosaic, controllable too, and color changeable too. The color changes in curve as well as the sharpen. You can see that. And I can put the sharpen like to 0.5 and this 0.5 too. I don't know what it looks like. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. So yeah, let's drag that down again. And the next is streaks, and by the way, you have to put this at your text render layer, all these effects, because they won't work if you put them after the alpha over. So yeah. The streaks basically look like this, a lot like the shine, but you can control that too. If you want like the normal blender streaks, you can control the streak length. I'm gonna show you now the other settings in a second. So yeah, it not only scales the image out, the streaks should really keep going like this. You can see that. And the degree is not working at the moment. I tried like to do a bit like the star filter, but it's rotating from the middle, not from each point, so that's pretty bad. And we have the curve strength. If I put this on 0, you see how it looks like smooth, like the normal streaks you would have in Blender if you just put a blur behind the text. And blur on streaks, basically if I put this to 0, you can see it's just a curve, and if I put the curve down, those are just the normal streaks. You can see I don't really like them. And we have the contrast and color, which is basically like the shine. So if I put this to 1, you see all the parts are in the color of this, on the color you set, but now some are gray, the ones that go from the gray objects. I like to have this on 1, and you can change the color as well here. You can see that. And we have the saturation too. You can see works like the contrast and color a bit. And yeah, we have the streak opacity. Controls that, so it's like transparent. Now that's the streaks, and now we are heading towards the complex displays. So the complex displays. Why isn't it connected? Sender? Yeah. So the complex displays basically does this. So you can see this, and we can change the display strength of the negative and the positive. Because that, if we put both on like a positive value, it changes the location, and if we put both on the negative value, it goes like down. So, but if we put one positive and one negative, it stays in the place, but yeah, still does some things like that. So yeah, that's it. You can change the color to red again, whatever you want. You can also change it to like a blue. We have the color and contrast again. Yeah, does this. And we have the filter to original. Basically, if I put this to 0.2, you can see it looks more and more like the original image. And that's it with the complex displays, because it has not that many settings, because you change most things here in the texture panel. So if I just had a tab node to go into the node, you can see now if I change anything here, the color, you can define some settings more. You can change that in the node editor. Why isn't it changing anymore? No. Always need to go out of the node again. And you can see the depth. If I put this node to like 15 and the depth to 0.2, the depth 2, and I go in again, and you can see it changes. But if you animate the image, this thing moves with, and yeah. Looks pretty cool, I think. And that's all. So this node is not that complex. I think this was the node that wasn't complex at all to make. And we have the streaks that are a bit more complex. We have the mosaic, not that complex. We have the bubble effect, not that complex either. And we have the shine. That was a bit hard to make, but pretty easy actually, if you know how to do it, because I've done it so many times now. I know how to do it pretty good. That's it with this tutorial. I released the pack after the video, after my account hits 550 subscribers. So yeah, I'm at 549 right now since the video comes out, and I already have 550 subs. The download link will be in the description. So yeah, thanks for watching, and see you guys in another video.